Welcome to my channel. My name is Sylvia and today I'm going to show you what you can do with your leftover gems from your diamond painting by creating this beautiful card. Now here I'm just quickly sketching a basic flower. Now you don't have to sketch. If you've got a nice big stamp of a flower or something else, whatever it is that you want to create, just stamp it on the on some paper, like cardstock or watercolor paper or acrylic paper, whichever sort of paper you want to use that's nice and strong, because you're going to end up having to colour it in, which is going to be the next step that I'll be doing once I've sketched it all in. Now, of course, I don't want to do the entire piece of paper, so I also thought, okay, I'll put a little bit of a border around it, because what I wanted to do is put some glitter, gold glitter, around the flower to sort of, you know, make it stand out a bit more and make it more sparkly as well, because I like my sparkles. Here I'm just using some colours, alcohol markers. I should have done the inside of the flower yellow, but it was more of a sort of a greeny yellow that I used. And here I'm using some light purple, because all the gems that I'm going to be using are all purple, and it's the closest that I could get to the colours that I wanted. But I'm also going to be putting some shadow colour into it once I've coloured it all in. So, and to all the new people to my channel, I'd like to welcome you. If you enjoy this video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the little bell notification, which will notify you of any other videos that I'll be putting up. And to the ones that are subscribed to my channel, a special welcome to you as well. Glad to see you back, and hopefully you do like this video as well. And please, everyone, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. So here I'm going in with a darker purple, which is basically me giving myself a little reminder where I wanted to put my shadows. So, and here I'm colouring it in with a golden yellow around the border, which I'm going to be cutting out, where I wanted to put the glitter. Now, unfortunately, I did do a boo-boo, so I kind of wasted my time colouring the whole lot in, but it doesn't matter. Nobody's perfect. We all make mistakes, and we all have those days where I guess the brain's not really switched on with what we're doing, and we kind of forget the basics. So here I've got some double-sided adhesive sheet, and I'm just sticking it down so that I can cut it out. Now, the one thing I discovered was it was really difficult to figure out where exactly I needed to cut, so I was actually using my fingernail to run along the edge to give me a rough idea, and I got it pretty close, but I still ended up needing to just tidy it up a little bit, which I'll be doing in a second. Like right here, and you'll see it's just a little tiny bit that I had to cut off, so just to make sure that, you know, we didn't have any excess of adhesive sticking out. So, and now I'm just peeling it back, just like you would with your normal diamond painting. And this is where I did the boo-boo. I put the rough side of the paper down instead of the shiny side, so it ended up sticking like super glue to the background. So I actually ended up just cutting it out. So But I'm just quickly going to show you just a little bit of it, how easy it is to stick your gems down on it, just like you would do when you do your normal diamond painting. So yeah, I'm kind of glad that I've sort of discovered that it works quite well, and I'll probably end up doing more of them, but I think I'm going to need to get some more diamond paintings first, so I can get, you know, different colours of the gems as well, so that I've got a bit more of a variety. But honestly, I think it's a good way of using up what you've already got, and I'll be doing a lot more videos of other things that I've got floating around that I can actually incorporate into my craft project or my art projects, you know. And what I like about it is the fact that, you know, it's not going to cost me anything because I already got it. So the one thing that I have worked out over the years, pretty much from an early age, is you really do need to think outside the box. You know, don't just look at, oh, I have to buy this and I have to buy that in order to create this. What you got to do is sort of go, okay, I want to create this. Now, what can I use to create it with what I already have? And it's amazing. You could go into your kitchen and sort of go, well, I don't use this anymore, but this would come in really, really handy to create something that I'm doing or want to do in my craft project. So, you know, when you look at how much stuff we actually throw out and it goes into the environment, it's pretty amazing. And the one thing I've been doing is keeping a lot of boxes that should be thrown out, because I'll be reusing them in order to create things. Things like gift boxes and little books, you know, things like that. Then there's things like old doona cover sets. You know, they've got a lot of worn out areas like holes and stuff. You don't want to put them on the bed anymore. Don't go throwing them out. Cut out the areas that you don't want, that look really used, and then, you know, you can use it in your crafts. Now, as you can see, and I'm sorry I didn't show it, how I cut it out, but here I'm just quickly adding the glitter to it. And yeah, the glitter that I actually used was like a tinsel, and it stuck like glue. Here I'm trying to get off all the loose ones, but they just did not want to come off, so I gave up at the end. So, I mean, I've still got to clean up all the glitter off my table. And I'm one of those people, I generally don't measure if I don't have to. And what I was doing here is just sort of up the bit of cardstock that I was using, I just moved it over a little bit so that I could cut the next bit of paper to a slightly smaller size that'll fit inside that piece of cardstock. So again, you know, I just do things and like find easier ways around things instead of measuring and, you know, will this work, will that work? Well, something so simple like this, it's like, well, okay, I want to make this a little bit smaller. Let's put the card over the top, move it over slightly so that I do have that little gap, and then cut it from there. So, and here I'm just sticking on some double-sided tape so I can stick it down onto that bit of cardstock. Excuse me. Now, the one thing I want to ask you is, if I was going to do some more videos on using things that you can recycle, would you be interested in it? Leave a comment below, because I think, you know, it's a good way of making the environment a little bit friendlier, you know, reuse what you've got. And yeah, so anyway, so the next thing I'm going to do is grab some mounting tape that I had floating around, which you've probably seen in several of my other card videos, and I just decided to just stick the bigger blocks on there, so I didn't have to do too many smaller ones, and I'm just sticking it down. Now, as you can see, I've tried to figure out where to put it. Well, there was one mistake that I did when I was putting this card together, and that is to see which side the card opens. So I've actually done a second boo-boo, and that's actually going to be my next video, is to show you how to fix it. Now, I could have left it and created a humorous card, and I'll show you in the next video, you know, like what I could have done and left it as is. But I thought, no, I'd rather show you how easy it is to fix a mistake, because, as I say, we all make mistakes, so it's just a matter of finding another way around. How can I fix it? And it was just quite simple to do. So, but I thought I won't put it into this video. I'll do a separate video on that. But here I'm just creating my little banners for putting a stamp onto it, because I'm going to stamp onto it very shortly. And as I say, again, I'm not measuring or anything like that. I'm just eyeballing it all. I think also because of the fact that I'm now in my own room, I've got a little bit of adjusting to do, because I don't seem to be able to find everything quite easily, and I don't seem to be able to organise myself properly at the moment. And I think it's because I'm trying to get used to where I've put everything, because I've moved everything around. So, but that's okay, you know. With time, I'm going to get used to the idea and remember where I've put everything, and the video should come up a lot smoother, I believe, because I actually feel quite good being in my own little room. I've got the door shut, nobody comes in and bothers me, I hope. But yeah, it's actually kind of quite relaxing being able to just come in here and just shut the door and do my own thing, sort of thing. So now here I make this ink pad. I actually purchased from a $2 shop. Not very good for stamping, but I thought I'll give it a go and see if putting it around the edges of the cardstock, if that'll come up quite nice. And it did. And the colour that this ink pad is actually metallic gold. So, you know, at least I can sort of fancy up my cards a little bit, and it didn't cost me a fortune. So, and here I'm just, you know, doing the same thing on the next bit. So now I do hope you enjoyed this video, and you've given us a thumbs up. And again, if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell notification so you get notified every time I put a new video up, because there will be some pretty awesome videos coming up. I'm actually in the process of working out, you know, for the next month what sort of videos I'm going to do, so that I can actually tell you after each one of them what the next video is going to be. So, and yeah, and here I'm just, you know, another bit of double-sided tape, sticking it down. Now, if I would have actually turned that around straight away, I would have been good to go on the card, but unfortunately I didn't. So yeah, boo-boos there, and we'll fix it in the next video.